Chosen one, what I'm about to share may shock you, but if you're reading this right now, understand that it's not by accident. You've been led here by divine design. Something powerful is awakening within you. The world is in disbelief, but your spirit has always known. You are not ordinary. You are the chosen God, the immortal God, God's successor. And now they're finally beginning to see it. The truth they buried in fear and denial is rising through you. What once felt like distant prayers or impossible dreams is now shifting into your reality. You're not just desiring anymore, you're receiving. This is not just a mindset shift. It is a full spiritual transformation, an energetic awakening that will begin to move everything into alignment with your divine calling. Before we go deeper, I want you to pause and take 3 simple but powerful actions to solidify your alignment. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 others awakening to this truth, and leave a comment with the number 11, a sacred number of divine alignment and manifestation. This act alone sends a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what has always been yours. And if you truly are the chosen one, you'll stay with this message to the very end, because something in you already knows. This is your time. This is your confirmation. The world may be shocked, but heaven is not. Your rise has always been written. And now, it begins. For centuries, the world believed the divine was nothing more than myth, a fairy tale, whispered in shadows, dismissed by skeptics and cynics alike. Yet, here you stand, the living proof that the impossible has awakened. The immortal essence within you pulses with a power older than time itself, a force that no one can ignore or suppress. Humanity's deepest fears and greatest hopes converge in your presence. The age of doubt ends now, because the divine has not just returned, it has chosen you as its vessel. You are the embodiment of eternity, the unbreakable link between heaven and earth. Your every breath carries the weight of the God's promise and the hope of generations lost to darkness. When the world looks at you, they don't see a mere mortal. They see a force that transcends the limitations of flesh and time. This isn't just a return. It's a reckoning, a cosmic shift that will redefine reality itself. No longer can the world live under the shadow of false prophets or corrupted leaders who twist the truth for their own gain. Your arrival ignites a new dawn, a revolution of spirit and power. Those who once scoffed now tremble before the truth that stands unyielding in you. You are not just the heir of a divine legacy, you are the immortal God walking among us, and with you comes an unstoppable wave of change. Legends often begin as stories passed down through generations, tales dismissed as fantasies or exaggerations. But every legend holds a kernel of truth, and now that truth has burst forth in your existence. You are the fulfillment of prophecies long ignored, the living embodiment of stories once deemed impossible. The world once mocked those who believed, but now those voices fall silent, replaced by reverent whispers calling you Lord. Your name is no longer just a symbol. It's a beacon of hope for the oppressed and a warning to the corrupt. Every action you take reverberates through history, rewriting what was thought to be immutable. You carry the authority of countless ancestors who awaited this moment, the chosen time when their bloodline would rise again. The world bows not just out of fear, but out of recognition. This is the leader they've been waiting for. This transformation from myth to reality shakes the foundations of power. The false kings and rulers realize their reign is fragile, built on shifting sands that your divine presence dissolves. The people see in you a true Lord, one who embodies justice, strength, and compassion. Your leadership is not merely accepted, it is demanded by a world starved for truth and light. When the truth emerges in the flesh, it shakes the very core of society. You carry the sacred bloodline, the divine heritage that many believed lost to time and treachery. The world watches in stunned silence as you claim what is rightfully yours, stepping into the role of God's successor. Your power is undeniable, your purpose clear, and your resolve unbreakable. For too long, humanity has been shackled by lies and illusions, drowning in a sea of deception spun by those hungry for control. Your arrival exposes those falsehoods and illuminates the path forward. It's not just a transfer of power, it's a spiritual awakening for a world on the brink of collapse. Leaders falter, ideologies crumble, and hearts open to the undeniable truth in you. This shock ripples across every corner of the globe, awakening the dormant faith in millions. People from all walks of life, those who had lost hope, now look to you as the living embodiment of salvation and renewal. Your presence is a reminder that divine destiny is not a myth but a reality, and it is alive in you. The world is stunned, but they are also awakening, ready to follow the true successor. Your journey was never meant to be easy. Being chosen by the divine comes with the weight of unimaginable responsibility and inevitable opposition. The corrupt, the deceivers, and the tyrants who have clung to power for centuries now tremble at your presence. They fear what you represent, a force pure and unyielding, capable of dismantling their empires built on lies and greed. This fear is not born of arrogance, but of profound truth. You embody a light so fierce that darkness cannot survive. Those who sought to silence the divine bloodline will find that destiny cannot be suppressed. Every challenge you face only strengthens your resolve and deepens your connection to the eternal power within you. The corrupt try desperately to rally their forces, spreading doubt and division, but their efforts crumble against the rising tide of faith and justice that you inspire. You are the beacon that exposes their true nature, and their fear becomes your strength. The divine chose you to be the catalyst for change, and fear is the weapon you wield, not to destroy blindly, but to awaken the world to what must come next. For centuries, the prophecy was dismissed as superstition, an old story no longer relevant to the modern world. But prophecies are not bound by time. They are promises etched into the fabric of existence, waiting for their moment to unfold. That moment is now, and you are the living, breathing proof that the prophecy was not only true, but inevitable. Your very being challenges the disbelief of generations who thought the divine was gone forever. In you, the ancient words breathe new life, transforming from vague legends into undeniable reality. Every step you take echoes the fulfillment of sacred promises, fulfilling the hopes and fears of countless souls who awaited the dawn of a new era. This truth ignites a fire in the hearts of those who witness it. The prophecy was never just about power. It was about redemption, restoration, and the rebirth of a world shackled by darkness. You are the proof that the divine cannot be silenced, that fate has its own plans beyond human understanding. And with this proof comes the responsibility to lead, to guide, and to transform. Absolutely. Here's the continuation of the full script, continuing with the same deep, emotional, and engaging style for all 15 headings, each with 5 long paragraphs. For generations, the world was blinded by deceit. False prophets and corrupted systems built walls of lies to control, manipulate, and suppress the truth. But now, your very presence shatters those illusions. Your truth is a force so powerful that it crumbles the foundations of centuries of deception. The lies that once seemed unbreakable now lie in ruins beneath the weight of your unyielding authenticity. You carry the torch that exposes the hidden agendas, the manipulations, and the dark secrets kept from humanity for far too long. This is not simply a moment of revelation. It is a cleansing, a purification of the soul of the world. The truth you bring is liberating and terrifying because it forces every individual to confront what they once refused to see. The collapse of these lies ushers in a new era of clarity and justice. People awaken from their long slumber, shedding fear and doubt like old skin. The truth reveals not only the corruption of those in power, but also the dormant divinity within every person. Your truth is a call to reclaim the lost honor, dignity, and potential that humanity was born to embrace. You are the catalyst for this transformation. Every lie dismantled brings more light into the world, more hope into broken hearts, and more courage to those who were once silenced. The weight of history bends to your will, and centuries of deception cannot stand against the unstoppable force of your divine truth. There was a time when the forces of darkness believed they could bury the divine within shadows and silence the legacy you carry. They hid the truth, erased the stories, and hunted those who believed. Yet destiny has a way of rising, unstoppable and fierce, no matter how deep it is buried. You are that destiny, alive, radiant, and impossible to suppress. Attempts to erase you only serve to make your emergence more profound. Like a seed growing through cracked concrete, your power bursts forth against every attempt to conceal it. History's greatest attempts to erase the divine bloodline only ensured that its flame would burn brighter and that the world would feel its heat at the perfect time. Now, your journey is a testament to the resilience of truth. Every challenge, every threat meant to silence you only strengthens your resolve and confirms that you are destined for this moment. You are not a secret or a myth to be forgotten. You are the prophecy come alive, and your voice will echo through the ages. This unstoppable destiny calls to those who have been waiting in the darkness. It inspires those who never stopped believing that a savior would rise. The world may have tried to hide you, but the divine within cannot be silenced. Your light will shine through every shadow, leading humanity into the light of a new dawn. The blood that courses through your veins is not ordinary. It carries the divine legacy of creation itself. You are the heir to a sacred lineage, a bloodline that has been preserved through trials, sacrifice, and unwavering faith. This bloodline connects you to the very source of power and life, a living testament to the divine's eternal presence in the world. Your rise is the culmination of countless souls who came before you, each one guarding the secret and waiting for the destined time. You are the living bridge between the mortal and the immortal, the human and the divine. The power within you is ancient, profound, and transformative, offering a new path to those lost in darkness. With this bloodline comes immense responsibility, an unbreakable bond to protect the truth, heal the broken, and restore balance to a world fractured by chaos. You are not just a bearer of power, you are the embodiment of hope, a reminder that the divine is never truly lost, only waiting to be awakened. Your existence rekindles faith where it has faded and ignites a fire that burns away despair. The divine bloodline has risen again, not in myth or legend, but in flesh and spirit, in your every heartbeat. The world watches, knowing that this lineage brings the promise of salvation and unstoppable strength. There was a time when you were unseen, unheard, dismissed by the very world you were destined to lead. But now, those same voices fall silent, and those who once looked down on you bow in recognition and reverence. Their knees touch the earth not out of fear alone, but because they recognize the power, truth, and divinity that radiates from you. This moment of submission is more than symbolic. It is a profound shift in the world's consciousness. The proud rulers, the hardened elites, the doubters, all feel the weight of your presence and the undeniable truth that you are the chosen successor. In their humility, there is acknowledgement of a higher power that commands justice and change. Their kneeling marks the end of an era ruled by tyranny and the beginning of a new age led by divine purpose. You inspire awe, hope, and a profound respect that transcends politics and power struggles. It is a recognition that you are more than mortal, that you are the living force the world desperately needs. This act is not just for show, it is a surrender to the truth they cannot deny, and a pledge to follow the path you illuminate. The world bows, and with it rises a new order where justice, compassion, and divine power lead the way. From the moment of your birth, your destiny was written in the stars. You were never meant to live a life of mediocrity or anonymity. Your spirit burns with a fire reserved for those born to lead, to change the course of history, and to command respect across realms. You are royalty, not just by blood, but by the divine calling that echoes through your soul. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, only confirms the greatness embedded within you. Your heart beats with courage, your mind sharp with vision, and your will unbreakable in the face of adversity. The ordinary has no claim on you. Your existence is a testament to extraordinary purpose. You embody the strength of kings and the wisdom of prophets. Your reign will not be one of oppression, but of restoration, a guiding light for those who seek truth, justice, and freedom. You lead not because you desire power, but because the world needs a leader who carries the weight of divinity with humility and grace. You were forged in fire, tempered by trials, and crowned by destiny. The throne awaits, not as a prize, but as a responsibility you are ready to bear. You were born to reign, and the world is ready to follow. Across history, empires rise and fall, but none can withstand the might of divine truth. The false empires built on corruption, greed, and deception tremble as your power sweeps through the foundations of their reign. Your presence is a seismic force, shaking the pillars that once seemed unbreakable. You bring a reckoning that no amount of wealth or influence can stop. These empires are not just political, they represent ideologies and systems that have long enslaved humanity's spirit. Your power is the antidote, the purifying storm that tears down these structures and frees the world from their grip. The collapse of these empires is a painful but necessary birth of something far greater. Out of their ruins will rise a new world built on justice, equality, and divine guidance. Your power is both the hammer and the light, breaking chains and illuminating the path ahead. This moment marks the end of tyranny and the dawn of true sovereignty, a sovereignty led by you, the immortal God, whose power is unstoppable and whose vision is unyielding. When the world tries to deny what it cannot understand, it only delays the inevitable. Your power, your presence, and your divine purpose can no longer be ignored. You walk among humanity as the immortal God, a living testament to the eternal force that has always been waiting to rise. No longer can skeptics dismiss you as myth or fantasy. Your actions speak louder than words, and the undeniable reality of your existence shakes every corner of the earth. People see, feel, and believe because you embody a truth too profound to deny. Your presence is a reminder that divinity is not confined to the heavens. It walks beside us in flesh and spirit. You are the living connection between the mortal and the infinite, the tangible and the transcendent. The world may resist, but resistance is futile. You are here, unchallenged and eternal, a God walking among them, ready to lead humanity into a future forged by divine will. Your coming is not just a moment in history, it is a cosmic event that reverberates through heaven and earth. The very fabric of existence trembles at your presence. Forces beyond human comprehension stir, awakened by the power you embody and the destiny you fulfill. Heaven watches as the divine bloodline asserts itself once more, bringing balance and renewal. Earth feels the weight of transformation as old orders give way to new possibilities. Your existence is a bridge between these realms, a force that brings harmony where chaos reigned. This shaking is both a warning and a promise. It heralds the end of falsehoods and the beginning of truth, justice, and divine order. Your power shakes the foundations of reality itself, demanding attention, respect, and submission. You stand at the center of this cosmic upheaval, the eye of the storm, and the light that calms it. Your existence changes everything, forever. They tried to dismiss you as a story, a legend, something unreal and distant. But you are not a myth. You are the living embodiment of divine promise, the future that was written before time began. Your presence transforms hope into reality and dreams into destiny. You carry the future within you, the hope of a world yearning for salvation, the promise of a new era where divinity and humanity walk together. Your actions shape what comes next, forging a path for generations who will live under the light of your reign. To call you a myth is to deny the power that courses through your veins, the wisdom that guides your every step, and the love that fuels your mission. You are the divine future, a force of creation and renewal that will outlast empires and time itself. The world looks to you with eyes wide open, ready to embrace what you bring, a future where divinity is not a distant concept, but a living reality in every soul. You emerged from the shadows of doubt, fear, and suppression into the radiant light of sovereignty. Your journey from hidden potential to undeniable ruler is the story of a world reborn. You are not just a leader, you are the harbinger of a new era where truth, justice, and divine power reign supreme. This new era is not just political, it is spiritual and transformative. Under your guidance, humanity will rise above the chaos and corruption that plagued the past. You are the living proof that even in the darkest times, the divine can shine through and lead the way. Your sovereignty is built on more than power. It is built on compassion, wisdom, and a vision that includes every soul yearning for freedom and truth. You are the true king, the immortal God who will guide the world into a future filled with hope and limitless possibility. From shadows to sovereignty, your reign begins now, a reign that will be remembered for eternity as the moment when the divine took its rightful place in the hearts of all. Deep inside, something ancient stirs, an eternal power, a sovereign spirit that has waited patiently through the ages for its moment to awaken. You are not merely a person, you are the living embodiment of timeless authority and divine sovereignty. This awakening is a profound transformation that shakes the core of your being, revealing the limitless potential that has always existed within you. As this sovereign power rises, you begin to see the world through new eyes, eyes that pierce illusions and falsehoods, eyes that understand the sacred balance of light and shadow. This awakening is not sudden, but a gradual unfolding, a rebirth of divine purpose that calls you to lead with wisdom, compassion, and unshakable strength. Your spirit aligns with a destiny far greater than any mortal dream. It is a call to embrace your birthright, to reclaim the throne that belongs to the eternal self within. Your awakening inspires those around you, reminding them that they too carry seeds of greatness, waiting to bloom when the time is right. The world feels the shift, sensing the rise of a true leader, one who walks with the authority of eternity and the humility of a servant. This awakening is the dawn of a new age, and you stand at its very heart. When the night is at its darkest, the smallest flicker of light becomes a beacon of hope. You are that light, the radiant flame that pierces the shadows, engulfing humanity. In a time marked by fear, uncertainty, and despair, your presence offers a guiding brilliance that cannot be extinguished. This light within you is not mere illumination. It is a powerful force that heals wounds, dispels ignorance, and awakens the sleeping hearts of millions. People are drawn to you because they sense the purity and strength of this light, a light born from struggle, sacrifice, and unyielding faith. You carry the sacred responsibility of holding this light high, knowing that it will attract both followers and adversaries. Yet your courage shines brighter because you understand that the world desperately needs a source of unwavering hope and truth. Through every challenge, your light grows stronger. It reveals the path forward when others falter, lighting the way for those lost in darkness to find their footing. Your light is a promise that the dawn will come, no matter how long the night lasts. In this darkest hour, your light becomes a rallying cry, a divine spark that inspires humanity to rise, reclaim their power, and embrace the limitless potential that lies within each soul. Within you runs a sacred current, an ancient power that has been guarded and preserved across generations. This divine bloodline connects you not just to the past, but to the very essence of creation itself. It is a heritage of strength, wisdom, and sacred duty, flowing through your veins with unstoppable force. This bloodline is more than lineage. It is a living legacy of resilience and divine purpose. Every ancestor who bore this sacred blood faced darkness and emerged stronger, passing their gifts and lessons down to you. You are the culmination of their hopes and sacrifices, entrusted with carrying this sacred flame forward. Feeling this power within you awakens a profound sense of belonging and responsibility. It reminds you that you are part of something far greater than yourself, a divine plan unfolding across time and space. Your actions are the continuation of a story that began long before you were born. Harnessing this power requires courage, humility, and unwavering commitment. It is not a burden, but a privilege, one that empowers you to heal, lead, and transform the world. The divine bloodline in you is a living testament that the sacred never dies. It only waits for its time to rise. With every beat of your heart, you affirm your place as the rightful bearer of this divine legacy, ready to lead with the strength and grace of the ancestors who paved the way. The world has long been ruled by hollow thrones, leaders who wield power for selfish gain, corrupting the very ideals they claim to uphold. But your truth is a force that no falsehood can withstand. It is a powerful reckoning, shaking the foundations of these corrupt empires and exposing their fragility. Your truth is born of divine clarity and unwavering conviction. It shines a light into the darkest corners where greed, deceit, and manipulation have taken root. These false thrones, built on lies and oppression, begin to crack and crumble as your truth takes hold. Witnessing their collapse, the people awaken from complacency and fear. They see the stark contrast between your authenticity and the empty promises of those who came before. Your truth becomes a rallying cry for justice, dignity, and the restoration of honor. This moment is a turning point, a dismantling of old systems and a call to build anew on a foundation of transparency, compassion, and divine guidance. Your truth is unstoppable, and with it comes the promise of a world reborn in justice and light. Your identity is not confined to the mortal realm. You carry within you the legacy of the gods, an unbreakable, eternal lineage that transcends time and space. This legacy is a source of infinite strength, wisdom, and purpose, binding you to the cosmic forces that shape the universe. To carry this legacy is to understand the profound responsibility of being a guardian of balance and harmony. The gods entrusted you with their power, not as a gift to be squandered, but as a sacred trust to be honored through courage, justice, and compassion. This divine inheritance empowers you to overcome the greatest challenges. No obstacle, no enemy, no dark force can diminish the eternal spark within you. It is a flame that burns brighter with every trial, forging you into a leader worthy of your divine heritage. Your legacy connects you to the infinite, reminding you that your actions ripple through eternity. Every choice you make carries the weight of the God's will and the hopes of generations to come. In embracing this legacy, you step fully into your destiny as the immortal guardian, a beacon of eternal light in a world yearning for salvation. For too long, humanity has been shackled, bound by fear, oppression, and lies designed to keep souls in submission. But your rise marks the breaking of those chains. Your power and truth dismantle the prisons built to contain divine potential, freeing not just yourself, but millions who have suffered in silence. Every step you take shakes the very foundations of these dark chains. They begin to crumble under the force of your light, revealing a world longing for liberation. Your courage ignites a spark in the hearts of the oppressed, inspiring them to break free from their own bonds. This breaking of chains is both physical and spiritual, a liberation of the mind, body, and soul. You lead the charge in reclaiming freedom, dignity, and the right to live under the guidance of truth and divine justice. The darkness that once seemed invincible now flees in the face of your unstoppable rise. You are the liberator, the one who shatters oppression and restores the divine birthright to all who seek it. With each victory, the world grows lighter and the chains of darkness fall further away, powerless before the unstoppable force that is you. Within your soul burns a divine flame, an eternal fire of hope, renewal, and transformation. This flame is a beacon in a world often clouded by despair and uncertainty. Your presence fans this flame into a roaring blaze that promises a future filled with possibility and light. This new era is born from that flame. It is an era where hope is not a fragile dream, but a powerful reality that shapes every action and decision. Your leadership lights the way for this transformation, offering a vision of a world reborn from the ashes of the old. The flame you carry burns away the darkness of cynicism and fear, rekindling faith in humanity's potential to rise and thrive. It is a flame maybe that inspires courage, fuels change, and unites people across divides. As the divine flame spreads, it awakens hearts and minds, creating a movement rooted in love, justice, and unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. You are the keeper of this flame, the one chosen to ignite hope in every corner of the earth and lead the world into a future bright with promise. Throughout history, countless rulers have claimed thrones that were never rightfully theirs, political puppets, corrupt kings, and false messiahs. But now, the true heir has arrived. You come not to inherit a kingdom built on sand, but to reclaim the throne ordained by divine will and eternal truth. Your claim is undeniable, rooted in bloodline, destiny, and the power that courses through your being. This throne is not simply a seat of power. It is a symbol of justice, balance, and divine order restored. The world watches as you rise to claim what has always been yours. Unlike the rulers before you, your reign will be marked by compassion, wisdom, and an unshakable commitment to serve the people. You carry the hopes of generations who dreamed of a leader worthy of their faith and sacrifice. This moment is not just political, it is spiritual. The true heir stands before the world, ready to lead humanity into an era where divinity and sovereignty walk hand in hand. Like a tempest that clears the skies and renews the land, your arrival brings a storm of transformation that will cleanse the earth. This storm is not destructive for destruction's sake. It is a purifying force that sweeps away decay, corruption, and stagnation. Your storm is fierce and relentless, challenging every institution, belief, and system that no longer serves the greater good. It dismantles the old to make space for the new, forcing a reckoning that humanity cannot avoid. Though the storm brings upheaval, it also brings renewal. From its wake will rise a fertile ground for growth, healing, and the blossoming of a society rooted in truth and divine wisdom. People feel the power of this storm, and while some resist, most awaken to its necessity. Your storm is a catalyst for a global rebirth, a cleansing fire that purifies and prepares the world for a brighter tomorrow. You are the unstoppable force, the storm of change that will cleanse the earth and sow the seeds of a new, radiant era. You are the living embodiment of a sacred covenant, a divine promise made long ago between heaven and earth, sealed by blood and spirit. This covenant binds you to a higher purpose, a calling to uphold justice, protect the innocent, and restore balance to a fractured world. Awakening to this covenant means accepting the immense responsibility it carries. It is a solemn vow that guides your every thought, word, and deed.